What's up, crypto crew, and welcome back to Bitcoin Bulletin. We're kicking things off with a massive move from Locate Technologies. This ASX-listed company is planning a bold relocation to the New Zealand exchange, all to supercharge their Bitcoin treasury strategy and tap into a more innovative market. Will this strategic shift unlock new value and a wider investor base? We've got all the details you need to know. Next up, we've got a story that sounds like it's straight out of a crypto thriller. A dormant Bitcoin whale, silent for nearly 13 years, has just woken up and moved a staggering $15.6 million. This isn't just any transfer. It's a massive chunk of Bitcoin that's been sitting untouched since 2012. What does this sudden activity from such an old wallet mean for the market? We're breaking it all down. Then, we're diving deep into the world of long-term holders. We're seeing a significant sell-off of 187,000 Bitcoin by these veteran investors, even as U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs are experiencing a massive surge in inflows of $757 million. How is the market absorbing this huge distribution while simultaneously welcoming new capital? This is a critical test for Bitcoin's resilience, and we've got the analysis. And finally, the momentum continues. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs have just recorded their fourth consecutive day of massive inflows, adding another $550 million to the pile. This streak, coupled with rallies in both Bitcoin and Ether, is fueled by major economic expectations. What does this sustained institutional appetite signal for the future of digital assets? We're covering all the angles. Don't miss out, hit that like button, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Locate Technologies makes a strategic leap to the NZX. Get ready, because Locate Technologies Limited, currently listed on the ASX, is making a bold strategic pivot, announcing plans to migrate its listing to the New Zealand exchange. This isn't just a simple move. It's a top-hat arrangement designed to supercharge their Bitcoin treasury strategy. The company believes New Zealand offers a more innovative and dynamic capital market environment, potentially unlocking greater shareholder value by navigating fewer regulatory hurdles and attracting a broader investor base. The transition is contingent on shareholder and regulatory approvals, but if successful, Locate Technologies will say goodbye to the ASX and hello to the NZX, signaling a significant step in their Bitcoin-focused future. The crypto community is buzzing about this strategic shift, with many seeing it as a progressive move to align with a more forward-thinking financial ecosystem. Analysts are watching closely to see how this listing change impacts their Bitcoin strategy and overall market perception. But that's not all the big news shaking the crypto world today. Get ready for a shocker, as a Bitcoin whale from the early days makes a monumental move. 13-year dormant Bitcoin whale awakens, moves $15.6 million. Prepare for a jaw-dropping event in the crypto sphere. A Bitcoin wallet that has remained dormant for nearly 13 years has suddenly sprung to life, transferring an astonishing 137.03 BTC, valued at approximately $15.6 million. This whale, which originally acquired its massive holdings back in November 2012, when Bitcoin was practically a digital penny stock valued at just over $5,000, has now moved a significant portion of its fortune. The transfer saw about 132 BTC move to a new, active address, while a smaller portion of 5 BTC was sent to the Kraken exchange, suggesting potential strategic diversification or even liquidation. Back in 2012, the entire 444.81 BTC balance was worth a mere $5,437. Today, with Bitcoin trading around $114,000, the transferred coins alone represent a mind-blowing increase of over 9,300 times their original value. The original wallet, however, still holds a substantial 307.79 BTC, currently worth an eye-watering $35.1 million. This surge in activity from ancient wallets is becoming a trend, mirroring Bitcoin's new all-time highs and indicating a potential shift in long-term holder strategies, possibly for estate planning or asset reallocation, as seen with a previous 80,000 BTC sale facilitated by Galaxy Digital. The market's reaction has been one of intrigue and speculation, yet it has absorbed these massive transfers with remarkable stability, showcasing Bitcoin's growing liquidity and market maturity. What this whale's next move will be remains the biggest question. But the story of massive Bitcoin movements doesn't end there. We're tracking a significant distribution by long-term holders right as ETF inflows hit record highs. Long-term Bitcoin holders distribute 187K BTC amidst ETF frenzy. In a fascinating twist, long-term Bitcoin holders, the true veterans of the crypto space, have begun distributing a substantial amount of their holdings, shedding approximately 183,000 BTC over the last month. This includes a particularly notable single-day outflow of around 8,000 BTC, the largest recorded by these seasoned investors since early 2025. This distribution wave is happening concurrently with an unprecedented surge in demand from new investors, as U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs raked in an astounding $757 million on a single day. This creates a critical test for the market's absorption capacity. Despite this significant outflow from LTHs, the total illiquid supply, coins that are rarely moved or spent, has actually reached an all-time high of 14.3 million BTC. This suggests that while some long-term holders are taking profits or rebalancing, a vast majority are still firmly committed to holding. Data from CryptoQuant and Glassnode confirms this trend, with the LTH net position change showing a negative reading, indicating net distribution, while the daily spent metric spiked in early September. Both datasets define LTHs as those holding Bitcoin for over 155 days. Analysts are closely watching this dynamic, noting that historically, such LTH distributions often precede or occur near local price peaks, with incoming demand playing a crucial role in absorbing the supply. The robust inflows into ETFs provide a strong counterbalance, potentially smoothing out any volatility and indicating a healthy market capable of managing significant shifts in supply and demand. And the institutional interest isn't slowing down one bit. We've got more incredible ETF news coming right up, showing a consistent surge in demand. Bitcoin ETFs score fourth straight day of $550 inflows. The institutional stampede into Bitcoin is showing no signs of stopping. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs have just notched their fourth consecutive day of significant inflows, adding an impressive $552.78 million on Thursday alone. This streak marks the longest run of daily inflows since late August and highlights a sustained, robust demand from major financial players. This follows a massive $757.14 million inflow on Wednesday, the largest single-day intake since mid-July, signaling a powerful return of institutional confidence. This wave of investment is occurring amidst broader market optimism, with expectations of potential interest rate cuts from the U.S. Federal Reserve fueling rallies not only in Bitcoin, but also in Ether. Bitcoin has climbed nearly 3.2% in just 3 days, pushing past the $115,000 mark, while Ether has surged about 5% to reclaim the $4,500 level. The market's ability to absorb these substantial ETF inflows, even as some long-term holders distribute assets, underscores Bitcoin's increasing maturity and liquidity. The consistent demand indicates a strong belief in Bitcoin's long-term value proposition. The consistent inflows into Bitcoin ETFs, alongside positive movements in Ether ETFs, suggest a healthy appetite for digital assets across the board, driven by macroeconomic factors and growing acceptance of cryptocurrencies as a legitimate asset class. What a packed show! We've covered listings, whale movements, holder distributions, and massive ETF inflows. Don't go anywhere, because we've got a lightning round recap and your final call to action coming up next. And that's a wrap on today's Bitcoin Bulletin. We saw Locate Technologies planning a strategic move to the NZX, a dormant whale waking up to move $15.6 million after 13 years, long-term holders distributing 187,000 BTC amidst record ETF inflows, and Bitcoin ETFs continuing their streak with another $550 million added. What an incredible day in crypto. If you found this update valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for all your crypto news needs, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for real-time updates.